attack that has happened on a hospital in Mariupol. And joining me now is Dmytro Gurin, who is a Ukrainian MP whose parents are in the besieged city. Thank you very much for being with us. And first of all, if I could just ask you what you are hearing, what you have heard about the attack on the hospital in Mariupol.
It was hit by artillery, by airstrike. And 17 women wounded. We don't know yet about the children. We don't have information. That's a policy of war of Russia. They just carpet bombing civil infrastructure. The Mariupol is without heating, gas, electricity, and water. People collect snow to have water. The supplies of food and supplies of water, it's blocked. The green corridors are blocked and are sieged by Russian forces. And in 3-5 days, the food will be finished in Mariupol, and the hunger can break up. Hunger, once again, hunger in the center of Europe can break up. And that's what calls war crimes and humanitarian catastrophe, and it's not like we can talk a little bit during the next 2 weeks. It's about days already. So people prepare food on open fires near the buildings. People live in basements of buildings, and they bomb it all this time, all these days, 8 days already. They bombed the easternmost districts of Mariupol, and now they started to bomb central Mariupol and move bombing to the west. So they are going to carpet bombing all the territory of 500,000 city. And as for me, NATO countries and European countries have to think, what is your line? Is this line when Putin starts bombing, I don't know, Poznan? Mariupol is 400,000 people now, and bombing maternity hospital in Poznan. Are you waiting for it, or our blood of Ukrainian people is red enough to join this World War III from your side? Because it's bombing civil infrastructure, and you now have to choose: do you have the war on our territory, or you will have a war on your territory? Because as a person who lived 12 years in Moscow, I would say Putin won't stop. And if somebody in NATO thinks that Putin will stop on Ukraine, ask Baltic states and ask Poland, and they will answer.
Yeah, Dmytro, we're going to try and confirm the details of the attack on the hospital. Let me just ask you, though, about your parents. Are they still stuck in Mariupol?
Yes.
And what are the conditions they are living under? I mean, themselves. You talk about the water off and the power off. It must be appalling for them to still be stuck in that city.
It's -7, no communications, preparing food on the open fire, collecting snow for making the water, and that's reality of my parents now.
And do you think there will be a chance? We keep hearing about the humanitarian corridors, we keep hearing about local ceasefires. Do you think there will be a chance soon for your parents to get out?
I don't trust it. I don't think so, because they're bombing humanitarian corridor, and they have another strategy, just to lie to the whole society and to have 400,000 people as hostages.
And what about you, Dmytro? You're an MP, a politician here. You've decided to stay in Ukraine. Do you fear for your own safety?
Of course, we all are in Ukraine. All the government and president and all the MPs are in Ukraine. And we will be in Ukraine because we will fight until the last man, until the last woman. And we will win. We know it already. 8 of 10 men are ready to shoot now. And that's enough for us, of our mad neighbor. And now it's not the story about my security. It's the story about country, and the story about what will say European society in 2 years to themselves when discussing the bombing of maternity hospitals, of bombing of civil infrastructure in the middle of Europe. What will you say about closing the sky? Why you didn't close the sky? That's what we will discuss in 2 years.
I mean, their argument, Dimitro, is that this will lead to engagement with Russia, a direct confrontation between NATO and Russia. Do you accept that argument at all?
No, because you will have it. It's inevitable now to have the direct confrontation with Russia. And now, once more, now you decide, now you choose between two variants: to have a war in Ukrainian territory, to join the World War III from the right side, or to have a war on your territory.
Okay, Dimitro, thank you very much indeed for being with us, and I hope you managed to get your parents out of Mariupol. Thank you very much indeed.